Students who come from a home where a language other than English is spoken are a growing presence in U.S. schools.
Het is echt cool, weil jedes Mal mehr an meine Schwester reden, weil so eine Keimsprache.
Nakabea kehelevo me kuumohoa he ano mea hiki a mako kevalao he olaloa e.
Cuando estoy en mi casa hablo español con mi papá y mamá.
J'ai habité ici que pour un an, le reste de ma vie j'ai vécu en France. Et puis à la maison, même ici en Amérique, on parle français.
En la casa yo hablo español.
America's public schools enroll about 5 million English language learners, ELLs, twice the number from just 15 years ago, and that number is expected to double again by 2015. English language learners are the fastest growing group of students in the United States today. Most of these students with limited English proficiency are not immigrants or recent arrivals. More than 3/4 of the ELL elementary students are native-born. More than half of secondary ELL students are native-born. Nearly 8 out of 10 English language learners speak Spanish. But some districts have students who represent more than 100 different language groups. Many classroom teachers have had little or no preparation for providing the types of instruction that English learners need to successfully learn academic content and skills while developing proficiency in English. The needs of English learners, whether studying in the U.S. or abroad, vary widely. Teachers both in the U.S. and abroad will find students in their classrooms whose English language proficiency and formal education in their first language vary widely. These factors can challenge students' ability to flourish academically in school.
I was a struggling student. I was a LEP student, limited English proficient. I had a lot of language issues. There were a lot of things I think growing up as a child that were difficult for me as a learner. And one of the things I think I lacked the most is the teacher-student connection. And having that environment that I create now is, I think, the environment that I really needed as a student, as a child.
Everyone say abolitionist.
Abolitionist. As Lori Wicketts points out, linguistic and culturally responsive practices are not often employed in mainstream teacher education. There is a need for teacher education to incorporate the knowledge, skills, and dispositions that will prepare all pre-service teachers to be linguistically and culturally responsive to ESL students' needs.
When I have students, my goal is to look at not only their academic growth, but their social emotional growth. I really believe in what's called like a bridge to learning. The bridge is created when there's trust between the student and the teacher. The bridge is created when the child feels like it's not a risk to learn.
It's a daunting challenge to, go into a situation where the stakes are high and you've got to acquire content, you have to learn things, and you're going to be tested on it. And yet the language and the medium that you're trying to do that in is not something that's native or that familiar to you.
In this course, students will gain insight regarding the instructional needs of language minority populations, as well as awareness of the appropriate programs and services to meet those needs.
We want candidates not just to learn knowledge and gain greater awareness, but we really want them to walk away from this course with an appreciation and an ability to modify their instruction to deal with these students in a more effective way.
The course is intended to engage graduate students in exploring a variety of theories for use in bilingual, English as a second language, and other learning environments. It provides an overview of the historic and current trends and social issues affecting the education of language minority students. It also provides candidates with practical experience in the implementation of instructional strategies addressing the needs of a diverse student population. Later in this course, students will demonstrate their understanding by completing a case study on a language minority student and making assessment-based recommendations for supporting the student's language and academic needs.
And this case study in this course is really critical. We're asking students to identify an English language learner. We want candidates to get to know this learner and follow them for a period of time for the duration of the course. We want them to do really meaningful observation of them, spend time watching how they behave and how they interact with their peers. And then we're also going to ask them to do an interview with them, at least, and possibly even with others, a teacher, parents, and others around the student. Our goal with the case study is for our candidates to really get inside the mind and the experience of this English language learner and try to understand what's going on from their point of view. And some candidates remark in this course that, that is really an enlightening and illuminating experience, because while they may have been around English language learners and even taught them, many teachers talk about never having really taken the time to get to know what their experience is like. And so the case study in this course are designed to help our candidates do that.
This course is further designed to address several overlapping objectives and competencies. To meet CCTC and NCATE guidelines, including the CCTC Teacher Performance Expectations, NCATE Unit Standards, and CCTC Standards of Quality and Effectiveness for Professional Teacher Preparation Programs.